Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Mic'd Up Savages. I'm here today with Murph, and today we are discussing the Baltimore Orioles series. We're going to start with Game 1. Big Monty on the mound. What are you thinking going into this game, Murph?
High hopes, and then obviously Monty delivers. Pitching's been looking really good, really dominant as of late. Yeah, Michael King had a really good game against the Toronto, and Monty just picks up where he left off, giving a solid 6, 7 Ks. And Monty's not even that high of a K pitcher, so it's great to see it. Ground ball guy, pitching, putting up a 0. That's what you love to see. Sessa coming in relief, 2 innings, solid 3 Ks for him as well, putting up 0. And then, Chapman coming in. I knew Chapman was coming in regardless of the score.
Yeah.
I think this was the perfect time to put him in. 7-0 game. The offense really stepped up in a huge way for us. And Chappie looking nasty, bro.
He's no longer just a 101 guy. He's throwing.
That splitter
Is another level.
Nasty, bro. And he's pumping 102. The whole reason he's got his splitters because he can't go about 100 plus, and he's sitting there first outing. Nah, he's
breaking that off too, looking absolutely filthy. I'm so happy to see that because now hitters aren't just hitting fastball slider.
Yeah, now it's like
2 weapons.
Guess what? I got a splitter now. Hey, what you mean?
He learned from Tanaka.
He did.
But Montgomery, no walks either. 7 Ks. He was looking very filthy on the mound. I'm very happy. He picked up right where he left off from the last year's playoff start. So
yeah, absolutely.
Very proud of that. Judge 2 for 3 and a homer. Stanton with that monstrous 471-foot grand slam. That he said nope. He threw that bat. So proud of that.
Huge. And it's been so long since we've seen our 2 big boppers hit a home run in one game. Like, when's the last time we saw that? I don't remember.
Middle of 2019, maybe.
It's
been a long time coming.
Awesome stuff.
Yankees win that one 7-0. We head over to Game 2. We have the best pitcher, one of the best pitchers in baseball, Gerrit Cole, on the mound. 7 innings, another 4-hit game. 0 earned, 0 runs, 0 walks, 13 strikeouts. I'm pretty sure that's his career high in pinstripes. Gotten 12 multiple times.
I think so.
And then you got another amazing bullpen outing. Chad Green, 1 inning, no runs. Latwig, whatever, 2 earned, whatever. Those are garbage innings. Another masterful performance from Yankee pitching. I don't think I would have ever thought I'd be saying that this year.
Yeah, I mean, no kidding, right? Like, when I was thinking that, I was thinking like first couple of weeks are gonna be rough in the pitching department. That's what I was thinking. I thought Cole was gonna have a really good opening day, and then from there on, it's gonna be like trying to hold down the Yankee fans from trying to like tear this team apart, right? And it hasn't been the case. The pitching's actually been really high, and I think it's part of it's the approach. I'm not sure if it's just the way they're approaching the Orioles specifically, but like if you watch like. Even Monty like changed his approach. He only threw the fastball, I think, like 9 times. His 4-seamer, he threw it 9 times, and he was pitching guys backwards. And if you see Cole today, like his slider was really on. I think that's the main difference from the opening day was his slider really wasn't hitting. I think today you really saw the slider, and he was throwing his changeup a lot more, which is surprising.
Compared to last year, he threw it like 1% of the time.
Yeah, and you would think a guy who's throwing 98, 99, should be throwing that changeup a little bit more often. That's such a deadly weapon in the MLB. You go from throwing 90s to 80s, low 80s, right? So and with some tail to it. So it's a really nasty pitch. I'm really glad he's throwing it more and he's really locating it well. And again today, the offense is really kicking it up in a high gear, really doing it big for us. Judgy coming in with that big 3-run blast late, huge stuff, huge, love it, pulling it.
4 RBI game, 3 for 5. Stanton 2 for 4, man. Again, the Bash brothers are doing it.
They're doing it big.
It's very, very nice to see. I'm very, very pleased with this offense. Yanks win 7-2. Silent Gleyber Torres. We have his statement coming up in the next game. Game 3, Yankees have newly acquired Jameson Tallion on the mound. Hasn't pitched in over 2 years, pretty much. 4 2/3, 2 earned, 7 Ks, I'm very proud of this. He should be very proud of his outing. First outing in pinstripes. Couldn't ask for, I could ask for better, but in over 2 years, you're making your debut after battling cancer and I think Tommy John. You're finally back and you're shoving. You're throwing 95. I think he did great.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think he did great. I think the one inning he gave up the two long bombs. It was a bittersweet inning for him, right? Because he struck out the side, but he gives up those two long bombs, and it kind of sours the outing for him. But he has nothing to hang his head about. Like you said, he hasn't pitched in 2 years. Essentially making a debut. Like he's almost like a rookie again, right? And he's getting 7 Ks for us, and that's massive in 4 2/3. Like, imagine what he could have done in 6 innings, right? Probably could have gone double-digit Ks. If I'm being honest with you, he looked really good. So, yeah,
he
I'm
finished
glad.
with 75 pitches too. Got to keep him short because first outing and how long a real competitive outing that long, but
Yeah, you probably should expect him and Kluber to have one more, like, not necessarily short, but like there's definitely gonna be a pitch count, and depending how high they get is probably when they're gonna yank. So expect like another 5 inning max probably performance from Taillon and Kluber next outings, but yeah, they're looking, both of them looking solid after 2 years away from the game. And I couldn't be happier. Nelson coming in, still putting up a 0 spot. O'Day still 0 spot. Loizaga 0 spot. Chappie 0 spot with 3 Ks. Striking out the side yet again. Back-to-back games, 6 Ks, 6 outs.
Absolute filthy. He got a K on the slider, got a K on the splitter, and a K on the fastball at 101, right down the middle. He just no thanks, just looking,
Just like, hey, take this.
Just looking.
Just looking.
Before we get to the negative of this game, can we had that's 3, 2, okay. We've had about around like 8 or 9 innings pitched out of the bullpen this series. We allowed 2 earned in garbage innings. We've had over like 11 strikeouts. That is insane for the Yankee bullpen.
Yeah, this bullpen's looking live, especially since we're missing 2 of our best weapons, right? We're missing Zach Britton, and now we're gonna get Wilson back. Hopefully, I think tomorrow he's coming back. Justin Wilson will be coming back, and that's a huge lefty to add back into the pen. Unfortunately, that did cost us Michael King, which I'm kind of bittersweet about. They kind of sent him down already. I hate it, but yep, they sent him down already. That's a pretty move. Sucks because I really think he had his place on this team, but it was either him or Nelson. And if I'm choosing right now, I'm picking Nelson. Sorry, King.
Nelson's filthy.
Nelson's just filthy, bro.
I need that change up in the bullpen. Right, him and Loizaga this year have looked just on. Like they seem like different. Like they're on the mound and they're locked in. Last year you saw that both of them were sweating. This year they don't care. They're on the mound and they're shoving. And Nelson came in what, like I think it was like a 1-run ball game, I want to say, or it was 2-1. I want to say.
Yeah, I think it was 2-1. I think we were losing. And then he comes in and he gives us that huge inning of relief. It was huge.
Well, the Yankees hitters, DJ 2 for 6, Sanchez 2 for 3, Higgy had a big RBI single, or double it was. Gio had a big RBI double too to tie the game at 2. There's the score, Mike Talkman. Nice to see him hustling, earning his time, which he'll eventually get. But again, extra innings. I understand, we should be finishing the Orioles off in 9, but you cannot continue to put a runner on second. Like, Chad Green got the loss, and he gave up 0 earned runs. Like, this is ridiculous now. It's starting to get to the point where it's like, I understand we're playing the Orioles, but we should at least be 4-2 right now. Like
the extra run has definitely cost, especially this game. I feel like it cost us the most because then it really put us in that situation where it was like we had to put Stan on second, and we're not running Stan. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what Stan says. He's not running the bases.
He's jogging the bases and walking to second on the double in the gap.
Yeah. There's just no chance in hell we're putting him in a situation to have to make a bang-bang play at the plate. So they had to pinch run him, and that eliminates the DH.
So then Tyler Wade was our DH.
Not even. Like, we technically didn't have a DH.
Yeah.
And then we ended up having to pinch run that again. Like, if we had gone back to the DH, at that point, a pitcher would have had to hit. Like, and if you looked at our bullpen, we had Letke and we had Sessa. those are the only two options we had left. And at the rate the game was going, we were probably going to like the 13th if they didn't score on that horrible play by Gleyber Torres.
Yeah. Thank you, Torres. Like,
bro, the catcher hit a routine ground ball to you. A routine ground ball. Like, any other shortstop would have made that play. I'm sorry. I love Gleyber. Hot take, he can't be our shortstop after this year.
he cannot.
Just cannot. He cannot. I don't even really want him to be our shortstop past the All-Star break if that improvement's not made. But
I do not. I don't feel safe with him at shortstop.
Like it looks like the way Frazier looked in 18 or it was in 19, where like a pop fly was hit to Frazier and you would cringe and look away because you just like like
you're just like please catch the ball at this point. You know,
and that's
make the routine play.
He can't make the routine play. That's twice back-to-back games. Poor Lecky would have gotten out of the inning without giving up a run, and because Gleyber botches that throw, I don't care. He was out, by the way. Like if you saw the replay, he was out. He's definitely out. It was a botch
in
call.
Game 2.
In Game 2, yeah. And then Lecky ends up giving up a 2-run homer. It was nothing. Obviously, we won 7-2. Who cares? But for Lecky, that's a huge deal because that's the difference between him hanging around longer and him getting designated the next day.
Yeah.
So obviously, Gleyber feels really bad about it, but it's like that's a routine play, bro. There's no way that play should have been anywhere that close. And then here you go today. He cost us the game. Let's just be honest with it. How it is. Like he cost us that game. And that was obviously again, if you look at this replay, a good first baseman picks that ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A good first baseman would have picked that ball. That's an out.
I'm pretty sure Voit would have made that play. I'm almost 100. I'll say 97% sure that he makes that play.
He makes that play.
Very confident.
But regardless of that throw shouldn't have been that bad.
It's a catcher too.
Play.
It's the catcher running. He's running to first, taking his sweet time. Last night, Game 3, you can't be doing that.
No, bro.
You gotta put him in the grave. You know, like end the inning, be confident, make the throw across the diamond, and make the damn routine play. Like he has zero confidence in the infield now.
Yeah, I mean you're spot on with it. Like if you look at him play, right, he does the hard part, fielding the actual ball. That's the hardest part is fielding the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second part is just setting your feet, and you can tell it's footwork. He has no confidence in the footwork because most shortstops take that, bam, and go and throw, right? He takes it, gathers himself,
1, 2,
and then throws. And he panics. Like you see it. Like he takes that second shuffle because he thinks he's got time, and then he sees, oh no, he's really close, and then he tries to just make up with the arm. He's got the arm talent.
He spikes it. He has the arm. We've seen the arm.
He's got the arm. It's just the confidence isn't there with the footwork. When he fielded that ground ball, he wasn't going through it. He felt it like on his heels, basically, like kind of like a gut punch, and then he tries to like shuffle, go, and that's just you can't.
It's fine if you're gonna shuffle once, but if you're gonna shuffle, have the confidence in your arm to get it over there, man. You made the play. You made the play. It's easy now. You just got to make the throw.
Yeah. So it's a lack of confidence.
Yeah. I saw a plan that like if this continues, you know, DJ to third, Gio to short, and him and Gleyber to second.
Yeah, I was gonna bring this up. I was actually gonna bring this up. Yeah, I was gonna say like if like things to progress this with because if you're looking at him right now, like the first 2 weeks are gonna like scream volumes of how Gleyber's going to do at shortstop. I'm sorry, but they are, right? It's unfair since 162 games, but that's just the fact of the matter, right? Gleyber, this isn't something that stemmed from this week. This is something that's been going back since last year when he started playing short. He didn't look good then. He doesn't look good now. And, you know, as a young shortstop, you need to see those gradual improvements, right? The only thing that's keeping me sane is that you look at the errors and you see a guy like Tatis Jr. who's leading the league with 5 errors, and you got Bo Bichette also has 2.
Yeah,
Bo Bichette's a really good shortstop, I think, in my opinion.
And Tatis will be a good shortstop. Yeah.
So seeing those guys kind of gives me hope, but I just thinking like just because those guys make shortstop doesn't mean like it makes errors at their shortstop doesn't mean I want my young shortstop to make errors.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm thinking like if his numbers and offense really start to dip, I think you gotta do that switch because then it's like you gotta save his confidence. Like if he's not gonna perform at short, at least I want him performing at the plate, which I know he can do.
And now if both isn't going to be in play, we got to at least have him positive at the dish.
Yeah, if I'm picking, I'd rather have him playing second, elite at the dish, than him being Matt at short and Matt at the plate.
Yeah, because Gleyber Torres is like when he's at his best, regardless of his fielding, when he's making the throws, the simple throws, making the simple plays, and he's at the dish hitting, he's one of the best shortstops in the game, or second infielders in the game, if you want to put it as that.
He's quite literally a 270, 40 home runs type of shortstop / second baseman. That's what he could do, easy. And he showed it his rookie year. He hit like 30 something home runs, didn't he? Like 32 or something like that. It was ridiculous, and he could do it for average. He could do it. He came up clutch in multiple situations, and if the trends continue, and now the fans are back, they're gonna let him hear it. They're not gonna put up with this.
They don't care who you are.
No, you could be anybody. It doesn't matter. So the fact that he's not making those routine plays is irking me. It's bothering me. That needs to get fixed. Hicks needs to fix himself. Yeah, he did a little bit more this series. I was happy about, but like, we still need to ramp it up, bro. I need more consistently. We need a center fielder and we need a shortstop. Is what I'm looking at right now.
Hicks got an RBI single last night, so that's positive, right? Yep. Or game 3 he got an RBI single. So again, he's putting the bat on the ball. He's hopefully getting back to what he is. You got to simplify it. Just put the bat on the ball. That's all I want. I want a ball in play. I would rather you ground out than you strike out after you go 3-0. I'd rather you ground out 0-0 than 3-0 strikeout. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. So, also concerning news, Judge didn't play this game. Soreness.
What is this? I am so aggravated with this. He goes 2 for 4 with a home run. Sorry, I have to pull out my stat sheet. 2 for 3 with a home run, and then 3 for 5 with a home run and 4 RBIs. So you're taking away 6 runs batted in and a few runs also from him too. You know, what are you doing? And his glove, you know.
So I've been listening to a lot of like John Boy Media, and he's talking about it. And I'm starting to agree with him. I think he's hurt. I think it's the oblique. Because if you hear Boney talk about it, Boney's like he's like when they took him out, that's it. When we were up 7-0, they have never done that before. They have never taken out Judgy 7-0 in the 7th. That was extremely normally to do that in the 9th, right? Normally it's the 9th thing, and it's like extra rest, whatever. I'm cool with that. And then you fast forward to giving him a day off when you know we're gonna have a day off today, Thursday, and they're gonna play Friday at the turf. I wouldn't be surprised. You're gonna see a 10-day IL stint.
I can't deal with that. Well,
because they don't want him to go the Trop. They don't want him on the Trop, and that's what that's gonna be.
Well, you know what that means. That Talkman's going to get more time. Gardy's going to get more time.
Gardy deserves it, though. Gardy's been playing amazing.
Been playing good in the field, getting on base when he needed him to, and just being a workhorse at the dish. So, I hate to also accept the fact that he is probably injured. His oblique is probably
his oblique is there's something that I don't know if it's a serious injury or it is. Hopefully it is just soreness, and hopefully a 10-day thing will get him back and he'll be good to go. Listen, I'll take the injuries now than further down the road.
Yeah.
Right. If it means he doesn't play like 10 days, like this week, maybe he takes another 10 days next month, but then he's good to go the rest of the season. I'll take that, right? I'll take these IL stints, right? I don't care. It's the 60-day ones I want to avoid. It's the ones where he's like, I may need surgery. It's the ones where like, I came back too early and now I got to sit down another 2 weeks, right? Those are the problem ones we need to avoid.
But it's just like at this point, like you've had oblique issues all your career so far, Aaron. What are you doing that you think is causing you this oblique issue? I understand you're tall. I understand you're strong. And, being a tall baseball player is not always the easiest on the body, So I really want to know what's causing these oblique issues because soreness on his side again. Like in this, I'm pretty sure it happened the same time last year too.
Yep.
At least this number. We didn't start the season this early last year, but around the same first 2 weeks of the season,
and you got to think like when that happened, it was a much bigger deal because you're like 2 weeks last year was everything. You're missing literally 10 games of a 60-game season. That's huge. That's so massive. Mm-hmm. We're playing 162, bud. So if you got to miss 20 games of 162, and that means you're healthy come playoffs, I'll do that any day of the week.
Miss it now.
I'd rather you avoid going to the Trop and screwing yourself up more because that Trop is a scary, scary place. If you got an IL stand at this point, I'd do it. I don't want him playing in the drop. I don't
Yeah.
want the boys getting hurt.
I will eat this. I'll take what are we, a 3-game set against the
Yeah.
I'll eat a series loss if that means them not having to play the Trop. The two of them, to be quite honest.
Low key.
Low key. Well, Murph, our starters balled out for us this series. We take the series 2-1.
2-1.
Monty looking good. Cole looking good. Tallion, congratulations. Welcome back. I think he could be here to stay if he continues to pitch like that, you know. The boys' bats looks good. Pray for Aaron Judge. Torres, clean up your act, or else, you won't be.
You won't be my starting shortstop for much longer.
You're damn right. Well, Murph, thank you for joining me today on this fine Thursday in April. I will see you soon.
Later. Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong, too.